how are you today? We're about to embark on an exciting journey into the world of physics as we explore projectile motion. So what is projectile motion? Good day everyone, I am Mia Satamgakal from San Agustin National High School. So in physics, projectile motion is described as the motion of an object projected into the air and moves into a curved path under the influence of gravity. So this kind of motion is commonly observed in our daily lives, such as throwing a ball or shooting a basketball, and even the launching of rocket. One of the key figures in the study of projectile motion was Sir Galileo Galilei. So who exactly was Sir Galileo Galilei? Sir Galileo was an Italian mathematician, physicist, and astronomer who lived from 16th to 17th century. He is widely known for his contribution in understanding motion and mechanics, including the projectile motion. Okay, so much for that. Let me show you an example of the projectile motion. I have here a ball, or just assume that this is a real ball. And also I have here the target. So let me show it to you.
As you've noticed, the moment I throw the ball, it tends to move along a curved path before it hits the target.
Let's move on to the equations for projectile motions.
So this is the formula for height. We have h is equals to 1/2 gt squared plus voy times time. So in mathematics, it is also used or commonly known as f of x times 1/2 gx squared plus voy times time. It is used to find the position of an object in a projectile motion. So this equation is used to find the velocity of the projectile. So it is the first derivative of the first formula I've shown to you. This third formula is the equation in finding the acceleration of the projectile. So it is the second derivative of the first formula. This is the formula in finding the time. I have here an example projectile problem. We're given a projectile, so we are asked to find the following: the time needed for the ball to return to the ground, the maximum height, and range. So the time needed from this part to this point, or the time needed for the ball to reach that point. And take note that the velocity in y or in x-axis is constant. It means it cannot be changed from time to time. So let's now solve for the time. So t is equals to negative voy over the gravity times 2. We need to multiply it by 2 because we're trying to get the time needed for the ball to return to the ground. So just substitute the values and you'll get the answer. We can cancel the negative signs. You can use a scientific calculator if you have. And we now have the value for time. So the value of our time is 5.28 seconds. The maximum height is 34.23 meters. We don't have the formula for the range, so we can derive it from the formula of velocity. So we have d of x is equals to v of x times time. So our range is 510 meters. After some calculations, we now have the value for time, the maximum height, and the range.
So let's have a quick review about what I have discussed today. So again, projectile motion is a motion of an object projected into the air and moves along a curved path under the influence of gravity. So that's the end of our video. So hope you guys learned something from me today. Bye!